Alright, hello everyone. I don't know really why I'm even doing this, to be honest with you. Yeah, I just thought I saw Chuck's video diary and was sort of inspired. I mean, honestly, really what it is I have the I can't remember what it's called, but basically I've got ADHD, and so the executive function that keeps self-talk internal, I don't really have that, and so I talk out loud to myself all the time, and I currently am alone in my flat. My flatmate is off at her family's farmstead at the moment, and I was just sort of wandering around talking to myself and thought, why not just record my ramblings, and maybe you will appreciate it, or someone will appreciate it, who knows, I don't know. But yeah, so it sort of started basically, I was sort of, looking at all of this in the mirror and going, like, I am literally the least gothic person. I sort of, what have I got that's a bit gothic? I've got, a sort of general appreciation for Victoriana in fashion, and, sort of borrowing of historical things, but I'm all about colour and exuberance, and not dark and mysterious. It's not me at all. It's so not me. But I'm quite digging this. I'm quite enjoying it. Yeah. And I also don't know why I'm talking like this. Most of you will know, as you've heard my voice on previous occasions, that this is not my natural accent. I'm American, but yeah, I guess I felt like it tonight, or something. I get stuck in accents, it does happen. And usually, it's either this, usually, or Lancashire, or Edinburgh. So those are sort of the three that I generally get accidentally stuck in. So, gosh, okay, I don't know. I feel like now I ought to sort of talk about something, now that I'm here talking to all of you, but I don't know. I don't know what. Yeah, no, fucking useless I am. Today, didn't really do anything very exciting. I went to a coffee shop and I wrote. I worked on obviously the Howitz headcanons that many of you saw earlier. Because my brain is just full of all of that. And then I did work a bit on the follow-up to P, which is the reason this particular fic is taking me so long, is because I sort of am going back and forth as to whether or not I'm accidentally being massively offensive, because this one is a bit sexy. As I initially had started writing it for the Merry Month of Masturbation challenge on Deranged Vigrex, and obviously I know there's the whole, cis people are obsessed with trans people's genitalia, and I don't want to, I know there are ways to write sex scenes with trans people without being massively offensive, and I know that there are obviously trans people, the trans people who are completely content with the genitals they have when they were born, and there are trans people who want to, who are not content and are dysphoric and sort of various things. And there's no way to obviously represent all trans people ever in a fic. And I, and I know that obviously I think I sort of mostly did a good job in the original fic in P of not, making any massive missteps, because you, all of my lovely followers, many of whom are trans or non-binary, loved it and identified with it, which is great and wonderful, and I'm really glad. I'm so glad. Like, I know I've said this before, but oh my god, like, I still can't get over it. But yeah, so basically I'm writing this fic, and it is sexy, and it does focus on a sort of sexual activity with a post, not surgical, because it's magic in this case, because it's the boosh, but post-surgical, whatever, trans body, and I'm really nervous of fucking it up, and being offensive, which I don't want to do. That, obviously, for so yeah, that's what I did today. Is I worked on those two things, and that's why this particular fic is taking so long. In case any of you were wondering, going, "Oh, Cully said she was working on that fic. When's it coming?" Well, it's all up there. I just keep doubting my ability to write it correctly. Yeah, I don't know. What else? I don't really have. This is sort of. I've not actually really done anything about it yet. But as some of you may also know, I do currently work in a shoe store. I work retail. I sell shoes in the Mall of America, which, if you've not been to the Mall of America, it is the largest shopping mall in the country, and it's right by the airport, and so it's a huge, and this sort of blows my mind, because obviously I sort of grew up near here, and it was just the mall, whatever, but it's the mall itself is a tourist destination. People will come here specifically to go to the mall, and it's big, but otherwise, it is just a shopping mall, okay, it has an amusement park in it, and they're expanding it now because it has to be even bigger than it already is, so they're expanding it to put in a whole range of properly really upscale, fancy brand names and that, and possibly an ice rink. I don't fucking know. Yeah, but so people come to the mall just to come to the mall, despite the fact that it is just a mall. There's nothing any more exciting about the Mall of America than any other shopping mall in the world, other than that it happens to be big. That is it. And I really hate the mall. I was never a mall-going person. I know it's apparently is a thing that teenagers do, is sort of go to shopping malls and hang out. I never I just don't like it, whatever. And it's out in fucking Bloomington, which is, it's a suburb of the cities where I live. But yeah, basically, and I go there and I just, especially on weekends when I enter the mall and the mall is full of people, because they all have to come to the mall on a Saturday, because it's a Saturday and they've got fuck all else to do with their lives, and I really just am sort of continually seized with the desire to just get a stick and just just plough my way through the crowd. I want to mow them all down. But this is the thing, is I'm not naturally oh god, what's the word? I've totally blanked on the word. My mind is only giving me misogynist, which is not the word I want. Someone who hates people. I'm gonna look it up because this is gonna fucking bother me. Sorry. This is just a ramble, so it doesn't really matter. Misanthropy, there we go. Not misogyny, misanthropy. I'm not naturally a misanthropic person. as previously mentioned, in regard to my not being very gothic, I like people. You know, I like talking to people. And I am quite good at my job because I do, like, sort of genuinely enjoy having, you know, moments of connection with people, and chatting with, you know, sort of the random people who come into the store. But the mall just turns me into a total miserable misanthrope. Like, makes me fucking hate people. Which is not good, it's not fun, you know, and it's not good for my mental health. And basically, I mean, I sort of dread going to the mall, and then I leave the mall, and I'm like, you know, I'm too tired to do anything else, I can't go out afterwards. So, yes, anyway, the point I was trying to make there with that, is that the other week I sort of had a moment of, like, I really do probably need to find another job. The problem there is that I've not really ever worked in any field other than customer service and retail. Although oddly my first ever job was as an art teacher when I was 14. But other than that, you know, it's been sort of retail and sort of odd retail. I did I worked for a while in novelty photography, sort of the, like, old time photo stuff and Santa photos and things like that. But, you know, still sort of the kind of jobs where, like, you walk into a store and go, here's my application. So that's really the only kind of job I have any experience of A, having, and B, applying for. And I got no idea how you find other jobs. Like, how do you even look for jobs that aren't customer service jobs? I don't know how you do it. So it's hard to start because I don't really even know where to begin. Yeah. So I suppose if anyone has any advice, I know I've got followers who are older than me and who have proper jobs, and presumably enjoy your work. So yeah, I don't know if you've got any advice about, you know, seeking out a sort of marginally mentally fulfilling non-retail job. Let me know. And now, oh God, I mean, how long have I been rambling on? Oh God, it's been 12 minutes. Good Lord. Okay, I'm going to stop now. But it was, I love you all. And Bluey, because I know you're out right now having an amazing time at the concert for your birthday. Happy birthday. And everyone else, I hope you're having a lovely evening or morning or afternoon or whatever time it is in your parts of the world. And lots of love. Mwah.